Hello Sagittarius, this is going to be a very special tarot reading for you for the year ahead 2021. Let's get right into this forecast. We're going to pull a tarot card month by month. I will shuffle and go deeper into those big themes that are coming up for you this year. I'll use oracle cards too in this reading, and I also, Sagittarius, use astrology. So if you know your rising sign, check the video for that out. The astrology in this is going to be more personalized to the rising sign position. So Sagittarius, if you are a Sagittarius sun and Gemini rising, check the Gemini reading out too for even more cosmic guidance. Any Sagittarius placements though, feel welcome. Let's look at these cards. So coming out for January, the Tower. So we've got pretty big month actually beginning of the year. February, the Sun card. I love to see that sun shining after the Tower. And then March, we have got the Three of Wands, but it's in reverse. For April, we have got the Two of Wands, okay, reversed also. Seven of Cups in reverse for the month of May, and then June is your energy, Knight of Wands, okay? So that's that mutable fire. Let's have a look at these cards together. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to start shuffling again. I'm going to pull now some more cards for the second part of the year, July through December 2021 for Sagittarius. So caught a couple of major arcana cards coming out right away. We're going to definitely clarify those and go deeper into what's coming up. But now let's focus on the second part of the year. A lot of travel this year for Sagittarius. It makes sense. Jupiter moves into Pisces, squaring you, Sagittarius. It's all about travel, foreign countries. So I definitely see strong indications of travel. The month of July brings the Three of Swords for Sagittarius. August is bringing with it the Four of Cups. September with the Knight of Swords. Chariot coming through, another major arcana card in the month of October. We've got November, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and then finally we're ending the year 2021 December with Four of Wands. A very nice celebration or engagement or something becoming more fixed and permanent. Love this. Okay, this is a very transitional time for you. I'm going to say that right off the bats. This is going to be pretty a year. We have those eclipses in Sagittarius. I'll get into that, but that does talk about some destined new beginnings and endings for you, Sagittarius. Let's quickly pull an oracle card to ground this reading before delving into this spread for you. And this is going to be a message from your most compassionate, highest self to you, Sagittarius. And it's just, I want to know what your highest self has for you in hindsight for 2020. What was that year all about? A message to Sagittarius's, a message from Sagittarius's highest self. What have we got here? We have got Enter the Jade Temple, Sagittarius. Enter the Jade Temple. I want to read a little bit about that, okay? So that was going to be number 11. All right, so Sagittarius, for 2020 from your highest self, it was Enter the Jade Temple. Kuan Yin in her temple of peaceful jade causes all conflict to elevate to a higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. In fact, you're being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now so that you can more readily receive the divine solution and blessings of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin when it arrives. So it's ready, I think, to let something go, Sagittarius. If any of you are looking for any conflict resolution or a resolution on an issue in your life, I believe that's a message from your highest self to know that that's underway. It's kind of helping you raise your vibration here now by letting that process take place. It's kind of talks about, I believe, I see like with this card, it's like sort of your spiritual light within, you know, and that's really what I'm kind of thinking, like your unique and very spiritual light within, Sagittarius. Let's go to these cards, the Tower. All right, so we have Mars ruling this card. Mars will move out of home sign of Aries on the 6th of January. So for Sagittarius rising, moving out of your 5th house, moving into your 6th house, okay? So Sagittarius rising, there might have been like a lot of focus for you. It's not a bad transit actually over the last 6 months, kind of on what you do for fun. maybe trying to see where you can bring more inner child work into your life, more playfulness, more joy, you know, getting more in touch with your hobbies, just what sparks joy for you. Other than that, Sagittarius, this is coming in, it's moving for me, Sagittarius. Some things might have to just kind of come to an ending in your life in the month of January, or else just something will kind of be freeing up, something that was maybe kind of restrictive anyway, some structure around you. It's funny, the end card, I'm jumping ahead here, but this Four of Wands is Aries as well, Venus in Aries, and this is Mars here. And this is the same tower basically, and you're going to be rebuilding something. So know that this, whatever you may feel for some, is falling apart in a more predictable or shaky or liberating manner in the month of January. Know that it will be rebuilt, and your structures and foundations are going to be rebuilt stronger than ever before, more stable than ever before. I see a lot of travel, I see a lot of movement, I see a lot of action. So whatever this year starts off with the tower, we're going to clear it up. Some more unpredictable happenings. It's all about liberation though. And look, I can see by February you're feeling great again. Like the kind of light at the end of the tunnel is not only being seen by you, but it's shining brightly, and you're so much more clear about everything now. Your clarity of purpose has just been enhanced. When the sun appears in the reading, it's a message for me to say that that the universe is sending you very blessed opportunities right now. It's very positive if you have children. I see this really beautiful imagery of happiness, of connectedness with children in your life. Maybe that's just something that you're going to be thinking about more in the earlier part of the year. And anything that kind of fell apart then, Aries, by February, you're seeing the light of day. You're seeing everything so much more clearly now. You're seeing how they were blessings in disguise. Three of Wands in reverse, and even Two of Wands in reverse for March and April. Sagittarius, I'm sorry if I called you Aries there. I'm thinking of Mars and Aries. But Sagittarius, we have these fiery energy here as well. It's like very much about establishing yourself in the world. There is a block on these cards as they both came out reversed, but it's really just this energy of expansion. But in the Two of Wands in the month of April, it's when you're going to be wanting to like take a chance on something that you've already seen come to expansion in the month before in March. So keep an eye, Sagittarius, on what's kind of all coming together for you in the month of March. See where you can even go further with that in the month of April, and take a chance on maybe relocating or making a decision that's kind of going to shift your trajectory in some way to something. For some foreign countries that's coming up for me, for some hotter climates, travel, expanding new horizons, even if it's not literally a travel, like just really expanding your mind and being open to change and shift and relocation, Sagittarius, or just feeling like you want to take a chance on something. These are both in the reverse, so I feel like there may be some sort of a block around you taking a chance or making a decision. Not to worry though. May's card here is bringing me the Seven of Cups in reverse. When the Seven of Cups is upright, we can't make a decision. We're overwhelmed by all our options. When it reverses, we have landed. We've chosen one of these Seven Cups. We're now landed on one of these options. We've given everything very careful consideration, Sagittarius, and you're just ready now to, you know that this cup that you chose is the best for you. You know that it's like the most aligned for you. You know that what's inside it is going to be the most substantial for you, the most rewarding, even like spiritually rewarding. Like you want to be filled up emotionally too at this point, Sagittarius. Okay, we have got Jupiter moving into home sign Pisces, your ruler, Sagittarius. Jupiter rules Pisces and it rules Sagittarius, and it's moving into your fellow mutable sign Pisces, into that sign in May, right? So this is the card for May. Sagittarius, you're going to really benefit from this transit because Jupiter is your ruling planet too. Jupiter wants to be free, expansive, and so I think travel is going to be much more encouraged at this. Safe travel is going to be more encouraged. You feeling like you want to take action, you feeling very excited to take action on what you're doing. I think it's all linked. I think it's going to be like when you're getting some sort of a breakthrough on all the work you've been doing and all the expansion and networking you had been doing in the springtime. Sagittarius, rising Jupiter is moving into your fourth house of home and family. That could be really expansive for you if you're trying to start a family, or if you're just, wanting to see some renewed sense of optimism around your family and home life kind of matters. So that's when optimism may be restored for you, Sagittarius. Then we've got this card coming up in July. So Three of Swords is a different energy. It's definitely not the optimistic and expansive energy I spoke about with Jupiter. This is actually Saturn ruled card. So it is very much the opposite of that, in fact. What have we got going on in Saturn? Or what's Saturn doing in this month of July? It'll be in Aquarius. It'll be in Sagittarius rising's third house of communication, siblings, and networking, and short distance travel. This trips and travels. What is going on with you in 2021, Sagittarius? For all of this energy, I'm seeing like travel being so important, trips being so important, relocation, expansion, like foreign cultures and people that you meet from foreign cultures. So if for some this might just come up as like a disappointing blow in the month of July. I'm going to clear up July and August. This Three of Swords, Four of Cups energy coming up for July and August kind of does tell me, Sagittarius, that you might be feeling a bit more restricted or a little bit more bored or disappointed with your lot at this point. And that's why I want to clear that up, just to see what kind of energies they are, to see if it's linked to this, because you're so excited and expansive in the first part of the year. It looks like maybe, a long distance trip I'm seeing for some. The disappointment would be that it turned into a short distance trip. Or, the relocation, it turned out that area wasn't really working right, or the neighborhood, there was a problem. It's something like that. And where you're just kind of by August have to go back to the drawing board and reconsider your options, kind of see where you're going from here. There's a lot of help around you. It's that you don't know what to do at this point. Maybe, Sagittarius, you're not seeing all options at this point. What I will say though, for Sagittarius, big changings happening. We have the eclipse season, eclipses taking place on the lunar nodes axis of Sagittarius in Sagittarius and Gemini, your sister sign. So Sagittarius, eclipses bring about destined, ending, and beginning. They propel us and fuel us towards our destiny. In the month of May, there is an eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. Watch out for things that are ending in May. They're going to be re-beginning again with that eclipse that happens in Sagittarius in December. So we have the kind of more ending energy versus the new beginning energy. So see in what way that's going to be linked in your life, Sagittarius. For Sagittarius rising, these eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius might feel beginnings and endings in relationships for some. And that's why I'm seeing some potential heartbreak coming up if there has been an ending that took place as a result of this eclipse happening. Because the eclipse energy in Sagittarius in December is about a new beginning. And this is a new beginning in love. This is a new beginning, a new beginning in a company, a promotion. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I do that. Let's go to September, King of Swords. So you maybe have to make a decision about, the past couple of months in your life. You might, kind of feel like you need to rein yourself in a little bit. You might need to sort of think like, whoa, that was like a lot of intensity. That was like a lot of traveling. I'm kind of tired, you might just want to be a bit more strict with yourself, but not in an oppressive way, just like to treat yourself better, to not get like so burnt out. I want to clear this card up too. This card coming up for me for the month of October. Really love to see this now, Sagittarius, because this is the leveling up. This is I see challenges happening in your year of 2021. Nothing you can't overcome, all to kind of propel you towards growth. Something like this, you're entering, the Jade Temple. You maybe entered that even in the year of 2020, and resolutions are underway. Whatever is the next step in your life, your journey, Sagittarius, you're going to really know about that on October 2021. You're going to be leveling up at this point. All this work and groundwork and incubation and effort has already been made. It's basically the universe giving you the thumbs up, green light, time to charge, take control of your destiny now, Sagittarius, and level up to your next reward. Let's clarify that too. Making a decision in November is coming up pretty strongly with the Two of Pentacles. It could be a way up. It could be a way up between going towards this Four of Wands energy or staying in the past and the Four of Cups energy. I see. It could be choosing to move forward. It could be choosing to stay in what you're comfortable with. But I think Chariot is a message. Anything that comes up for you, Sagittarius, it's like it's time to get out of your comfort zone. You can do this. You're ready to level up, Sagittarius. And then everything around you, when you make that decision to level up, the way the universe works is that will level out, and the energetic frequency around you, what's coming towards you energetically, it'll all start to match up and sync. So whatever you land on, usually in the Two of Pentacles. It represents, it is a Jupiter rule card again, and you know, your ruling planet Sagittarius. So it does it usually falls with whatever we land on here is something that's more in alignment for us, something that's pretty good, you know. Listen to any inner voice telling you to which decision to make. It could be pretty important to you. Four of Wands ending the year with an engagement, with a celebration, with something you're really happy to celebrate with friends, family. It could be a promotion, it could be buying a house, it could be moving into a house, or you know, some kind of an apartment, or just buying something. I see, you know, like I see this home situation, could be relocating to a city, could be leaving a city. But the important thing about these cards are that the Tower and the Four of Wands are really linked, and they're through the sign of Aries, relation to that. And I do see that this Tower in the background is similar to this Tower here. Whatever kind of maybe kind of falling apart at the seams, or you just feel is like coming apart from underneath you. And these don't have to be negative, okay? It can just sound negative because we don't usually always like shock or change or surprise, but it's the Tower really is all about liberating us from any foundations that aren't stable for us and that will eventually not be there one day. And it's just really talking to me about this restabilization though after your pretty big year journey. Sagittarius, let's look at these major arcana cards. Let's start going a little bit deeper into these cards and start looking at what's coming up then for Sagittarius with some clarifiers. Let's look at the Tower for Sagittarius now. I just want to clarify this moment here, okay? Ready to go, Tower in January. Seven of Swords. So I think this is going to be now, so Mars will have been moving into Aries now, Sagittarius, or to Taurus, and so it's going to be about you trying to ground things, but there's something blocking you from trying to ground things and make things stable, all your plans and actions. There's something that's really not been revealed to you. So I think Sagittarius, what is going to come about, it might be some sort of a revelation in the month of January. There may be some truth exposed to you, or you might see something for what it is. Be careful not to fall into any traps is the advice of the Seven of Swords with the Tower card, just because things might be unexpected or unpredictable. So it's just really a warning, Sagittarius, just to look after everything, to just be careful about what you're doing and sure about what you're doing. And if there's something that just doesn't feel 100% right for you, or if you sense something's a little bit fishy or a little bit off, then, you know, dig a little bit deeper and see where that's bringing you. I think Sagittarius is the message with that. Let's clear up the Sun card for the month of February with another clarifier, okay? So whatever, this does kind of a little bit ring true to me here as well. This sort of secretive, deceptive nature of the Seven of Swords, well, it looks like it's going to be exposed to you because this is all about truth. And, you know, the sunlight really is the best disinfectant, isn't it? It shows everything. It exposes everything. So you have all the information by February. Let's look at the Sun card and how can we clarify that for Sagittarius. It's a very happy card. I smile just looking at it. The kid is on the horse is ecstatic. Okay, so we're coming up with Judgment card. It's a reckoning for you, Sagittarius. This is probably pretty big couple of months at the beginning of 2021 for the Sag placements. So this is really giving you a chance to re-examine what brings you joy in life, Sagittarius. Why don't waste time, you know, plugging away with something, or just really it's like this kind of never-ending endurance around something in your life, I'm sensing, Sag. And it's like you're getting this kind of reckoning, like, why am I still wasting my time with this? Why am I putting in so much effort? Is the juice worth the squeeze? So it might be that, Sagittarius. Other than that, it might be that you are reinventing yourself. Our Judgment is it rules over Pluto, the planet of total death and rebirth, transformation, reinvention. Transforming yourself, I think, Sagittarius, is going to be a big theme for the first part of 2021. Really reinventing yourself and beginning on a new life cycle. Endings may come up in this year. That's the nature of the eclipses. Beginnings too, though, and destined beginning and endings. So I think this is a really positive omen if you if you're looking to have children this year, it's a good indication that you're ready to transform and you might be becoming more aware of that. Mars's transit through Sagittarius rising's 5th house of children for 2020 would have really maybe put some focus on children in your life. What role do they play? If you have children of your own, they may have become more important to you, but for some it might be first time around. And for some, you're getting a chance to transform yourself and change identity, maybe into a parent or something coming up for some. That won't apply to everybody. So I want to look at these cards together for March and April, these wand energies. Let's clear that up. So it's like expanding, networking, taking chances. I see travel coming up. I see you being more, you're making a decision now in the kind of early spring and summer. Okay, let's look at these wand energies for Sagittarius, 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. All right, so this is this indecision. So there is a decision, and this is very similar with this energy. So this is when we finally land on an option, but this is when we're torn between. Maybe it'll only be 2 options. It could be more though. But there's a block around Sagittarius, the chance you want to take, and you want to get out into this world. Look, you like that. It's so inviting for you. Your back is already all the way turned in the 3 of Wands. So I mean, I feel like you are sure about making a move. You're sure you want a move. Maybe you just don't know what exactly it is going to be. I see a level of indecision around these cards. So while I see you taking action and making moves and taking risks in the months of March and April, be warned about the decisions you're making. When I see the 2 of Swords coming up, Sagittarius, it invites me to deliver a message of not falling into any traps. And I just see that again with this card, but just not being, basically the decision you make, you might, if it's a contract, for instance, that you have to sign, it feels like it could be pretty trapping, or it feels like it could be pretty permanent. So if it's not something permanent you really want, especially in terms of work, like I see like it could turn you into a workaholic in a more negative sense of that, or like just being sure about the decisions you're making. How permanent are they? Are they going to be hard to get out of? Okay, 7 of Cups is when you've made a decision then in the month of May. So you've made your choices. 9 of Wands, you in the month of June, really in your own element, kind of, and that's what I see when I see the element come up, mutable fire. You're in your element, you're empowered, like you're feeling like yourself. There is some slight disappointment or sort of stagnation, boredom, ennui, maybe heartbreak coming up in July and August. I want to clear that up and have a look at what that means for Sagittarius. Let's clear 3 of Swords and 4 of Cups. Yeah, it's going to kind of maybe involve moving on from something, Sagittarius, something that you're no longer interested in, something, 6 of Swords is nice to see after the 3 of Swords. It does talk to me about some sort of a support system. It could be just like a guardian angel. It could be a person in your life that really takes care and looks after you. But they're helping you through this heartbreak. I see the 6 of Swords navigating away from this more unpleasant, hurtful energy to something that's more calmer. For some, it might be just moving away, though, Sagittarius. If it's not heartbreak or disappointment, just getting away from something that just really doesn't interest you anymore. It just doesn't do it for you. It's very stable. It could be just slightly too boring for you, you know? So I do see that coming up for you guys in those months of July and August. Looking at September, looking at the Chariot in October. Let's look at these cards together because they're both pretty masculine energies. Well, even the Chariot, it looks pretty masculine, but it has those nurturing qualities too, but they're very powerful. So that's why I think of like the more masculine energy within us. So being more assertive, being more like, I'm taking the leadership on this. I'm taking control of this. I am leveling up in life. Like, don't try and stop me, basically. Let's look at these more assertive energies for Sagittarius. So that's coming up for September, October 2021. And I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers for this, guys. Three of Pentacles came out with the Six of Wands. Very successful cards for, you know, getting recognized in work, getting recognized as part of a team, for kind of like standing out in a crowd, for kind of even rising above the other people that are around you. So let's see about that. King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. That might just be you coming up and having to make a decision on, you know, sticking with the team or going off on your own and venturing solo. It might look like there's just some restrictions in place around you at the moment in terms of your teamwork and group work. 2021 altogether though, all of these kind of networking cards coming up for me are telling me that this is going to be a year for you to be more expansive with others, to kind of network, to really like to forge together a people that are all equally bringing something to the table. Like, you're going to recognize that you're a very valuable member of this team, Sagittarius. The Chariot and the Six of Wands basically leveling up, basically pursuing your goals and getting recognized, and your reputation being really, really strong at this time. Another decision card. So a lot of weighing up this year, Sagittarius. That's why my advice would be, because it seems like there's a nature of beginnings and endings for you this year. It's all of these endings that are taking place. It really is just for a more aligned path to unfold in front of you. This Two of Pentacles speaks of another decision to make in the month of November. I think we should look at the Four of Wands and how we're ending our year. It looks like in a very stable way, something that we're going to want to be celebrating. So let's clear up that Four of Wands. And then Sagittarius, I will end with another oracle card for you, from your most compassionate, highest self for the year 2021. But first, let's clear up this Four of Wands. Page of Cups. Yes, it's something you really love. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Cups. I'm sensing big time an engagement or celebration, wedding for some Sagittarius. Children, you might be celebrating, you know, a birth of a child or a birth of the child in your family. So really happy ending to the year, Sagittarius. Page of Cups is all about love and celebration and, you know, emotional contentment, or even more than emotional contentment, happiness. So that's really nice to see you ending your year like that, Sagittarius. Let's close it off with one more reading, read from an oracle card. I'll pull a card for 2021 from Sagittarius's highest self as a message to them. 2021. And we've got Shining Lotus. This is a very it talks about lotuses symbolically kind of are all about spiritual awakening, you know, and that lotus opens as such a beautiful flower and like can come from the murkiest of ponds, but just still like the most beautiful flower you've seen. It really talks about a spiritual awakening, you know, and from the dark night of the soul. Let's see if anything is coming up for Sagittarius ending the year 2021. A message from the Shining Lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of a challenge by another. At other times, we benefit ourselves and others by taking a risk and allowing our inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. Yeah, it talks about hiding in the spiritual closet, Sagittarius. You know, it's something, it's about like your magnetic attraction once you begin to open up, okay? And that's a really beautiful card to end this reading with, I think. Sagittarius, that's going to be 2021 themed forecast. My other readings that I offer here are monthly. They're going to be much more specific to like a more like of a 30-day time period. I'm going to come back next week with a love reading for Sagittarius, love and relationships focused. And then I'll get back to my monthly schedule I think after that. But if you like what you saw today, feel free to hit share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye, Sag. Bye.